Good day everyone. Today guys, let's talk about refinancing your auto loan or refinancing your car. I would really suggest doing this, especially if your credit score has really increased. Because of being a new immigrant, we don't really have a good credit score. I think you usually start at the bottom. But once your credit score reached around like 700 above, then you should definitely try to refinance your car. Why? Because it definitely will save you some money. The only thing you have to do is go find a lower APR and go to a bank and file for that one. And you will save money instantly. I'm talking about like few $1,000s depending on the value of your car and your initial APR rate. So let's use myself as an example. So for me, I bought my car in 2019 in August. Went to a local bank, and this was when I arrived here as a new immigrant, okay? I was offered with a rate of 8.7% for the loan period of 66 months. It was a brand new car. It's actually worth around $17,000. That's a loan that I will be getting from that bank. But actually, the car that I bought, I think it was priced around total of $19,000. But I had to pay $2,000 down payment. Okay, and it's really best for you guys to pay a bigger down payment in order to get a lower base of amount of loan that you have to borrow from a bank. So the lower the loan amount, the lower you have to pay in the long run. So proceeding with the $17,000 with that particular 8.7 APR rate, I'll be paying roughly around 23,000 all in all if I pay those 66 months. Okay, so that's a total for that. As a new immigrant, this was the lowest offer that I received during that time. But I didn't know that there was like a different credit union that was offering a lower score. And my agent who was helping us with these kind of things wasn't knowledgeable about this process. So if I went to an advanced credit union, like most of my friends who came here initially as a new immigrant, they were getting a rate of 4.5%. Yep, that low from the start. Okay, so just compare 8.72% versus 4.5%. So if you do the math, I will be only paying $20,700 for the entire loan. Yep, entire everything. Versus the one that I have, I had to pay like $23,000. I could have saved few $1,000s if I only knew where to apply. So like they said, knowledge is power. So after knowing about this, it was too late for me. So I just decided to refinance my car. And I started the refinance of my car 1 year after my initial loan was applied. And my credit score then increased to around 700 plus. So I inquired with Advanced as well. And at that time, they gave me a rate of 4.5% with a 66 months loan period. So during this time, I still owe $15,000 on my principal loan, meaning not included the interest rate. Then I think I paid around $4,000 plus on that initial 1 year period, including the interest fees. So if ever you decided to refinance your car, the first thing you have to do is to find a lowest bank or a credit union that offers the lowest APR. You can check their web pages, their like websites, and check how much the APR they're stating over there. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Or you can ask some of your friends who went to get a loan recently on a particular bank. They can give you a better estimate of how much loan you can get from this bank. Or you can inquire them by yourself. Ask them online, like inquire about the options that you can have. And yes, if you inquire directly on the banks or credit unions about getting a loan, this will affect your credit score, but only a little bit. It won't really have that much effect, so don't worry. Go shop around, ask about the rates that they are offering. So the APR depends basically on few factors like the loan amount, the length of term, age of collateral vehicle, and apparently the market as well. Like for now, I think we're in the era of like inflation, so everything is expensive. So I think recently the rates that they're giving, like even for the advanced, they're offering around 7 point something plus now. So it is high versus like 3 years ago. So if ever the rate they're offering you is higher than your initial loan, then don't apply for refinancing. Okay, so wait until the market goes down or until the rates goes down. But you can still inquire and ask them about the rates that they're offering. Okay, then number two, like for me, I went with Advanced, so I have to create an account with them. went online, registered with them, submitted some of the documents that they're requesting initially. So after I sent all the documents and the registration processing, the agent called me and we were able to discuss few things about the things I was getting a loan, and he gave me some rates. Then afterwards, he submitted few more requirements that I need to accomplish in order to process the loan. Like the requirements are like DMV driver's license or international driver license, green card or the USCIS card, the passport, employee or employment contract or offer letter, recent pay stubs. Usually they're asking around worth 3 months worth. Then personal reference with the name and phone number. For me, I gave my agent's name. The name of the financial institution with current auto loan number. They're asking the address for the financial institution, proof of insurance, the color of the vehicle, the current mileage. So you can check this on your car. You have to put in a setting of ODO, and that's the mileage. Okay, so you have to document that. The name or the names on the current loan. Like for us, it's under me and for my wife. Then the last but not the least, they send me a Kentucky vehicle power of attorney form. This was sent by Advantial, and I have to fill this up. Then I have to do a notary on this paper. And good thing here, some of the banks, or I think most of the banks, they do notary on these kind of documents. So I just went to my local bank, the same bank where I initially got my loan from, and they did a notary. One more requirement, I had to get a 10-day payoff per day. Meaning you have to go to the bank or email your loan officer from that particular bank that you registered with initially and ask them for this document. Sometimes they can send it to your email, or sometimes you have to go to your specific local bank and ask for this document. They'll be the one to provide this for you. After which, I send these documents to the loaning institution that I'm going with, which is Advantial. I send it via mail. So most of these requirements, I just sent this online to my agent in Texas. Except for the one with the notary, I had to send it like physically. So most of the communications that you have to do is either through online or through the phone. And you have to minimally do things like physically, like go to the bank and just send the mail. So it will just take a few days for them to process everything. Once everything is processed, they will send you an online documentation for the new contract, for loan contract that you're applying, or for the refinancing contract. They will send that to you via email and you have to sign that. So with this, we use a DocuSign processing. So I just signed it online and they process everything. So after which, they'll be the one to settle everything. You don't have to do anything else. By doing this, like I told you before, I was able to save around 4,000 US dollars. Yep. 4,000 doesn't seem like that's big enough, but it is. So it is better than nothing. So money is still a money, okay? So it does pay for you to be well informed in order for you to be able to save more money when you arrive here in the United States. Like for me, I wasn't like well informed, so that's why I'm telling you this in order for you to be able to save more money. But unfortunately, nowadays, because of the inflation, they're not really having a low APR nowadays. I get a lot of questions about this. Like the loan that they're getting right now is around 7% APR. Should they proceed or not? The best answer is try to find a lower rate or get the lowest APR rate that you can get. So you have to inquire with the bank, you have to inquire with the credit union, you have to inquire with other lender and see what is their lowest APR rate. I did a calculator video about computing your auto loan, so do the math on that, okay? You have to do your math. And also another tip, don't solely base it on the APR. There are other factors that involves the entire picture of getting a better loan, okay? Like for example, someone offers a rate of lower than 4%, but the car that they're selling is super pricey. Okay, so example, the car that they offer with this 4% is around $30,000. But if you go to the market and check online with the same car, same specs, same year, same model and everything, you might find out that the car is actually just worth $25,000. See what I mean? So it really pays to do a lot of research before buying something. So if you guys have any other tips or any comments, please comment down below about the process of buying a car. I would appreciate if you guys have some more tips to add on in order for other viewers to know about these things. So if you did learn something from this video, please help me support by clicking the like button and subscribe button. And also share it to your friends. Again, I'm Nurse Juan de la Cruz, your OFW nurse. Thank you for watching. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay safe.